Do you want to get the most out of the blasting hall in your shipyard? Are you willing to make it safer for your operators and for the environment in general, while also keeping the costs under control? Let's see how you can properly adapt the blasting solution and the recovery system for best results. The number of operators that should simultaneously work in a blasting hall is directly correlated to the targeted level of productivity. The size of the operating team will then immediately influence the capacity of the abrasive silo and the one of the recovery system. Let's say we have a medium blasting hall where 8 operators should work simultaneously, and 2 uninterrupted shifts are programmed for achieving the targets. As long as the abrasive flow is 1.2 tons per operator per hour, it becomes clear that an abrasive silo with a capacity of around 150 tons will be needed for ensuring the process. On the other hand, the capacity of the recovery and cleaning system for abrasives should be big enough to ensure the refill process within almost 3 hours. During this operating pause, the block sections are supposed to be manipulated, and dust should be removed from them in order to start the painting process. Of course, when talking about blasting halls, the most important equipment is the blasting installation itself. Its characteristics directly influence the productivity on the site. Each machine and part can be automatically or semi-automatically refilled with abrasive material. In the second case, the operator must pause the surface treatment process for depressurizing the installation in order for it to be recharged. Even so, ideally speaking, one should opt for automatic systems operated by one person. Due to budgetary restrictions, in some cases, semi-automatic machines are put into place, reducing the overall productivity with about 10% because of the breaks needed for the refilling operation. In case that there are also space limitations, it is necessary to opt for solutions able to reduce the footprint of the silo, which means that multi-post blasting installations will be used, where 2 or more operators can simultaneously work. When choosing this solution, it is to be considered that when maintenance works are needed, the productivity will decrease, as the operators usually working with the installation will have to stop their activity for the entire time when the machine will be repaired. Ideally speaking, one should opt, in our case, for 8 automatic installations that are supposed to be individually operated. Such a system will have a footprint of about 15 meters squared and will be about 6 meters high. In case of space limitations, the technical solution will be adapted. 4 automatic blasting machines, each simultaneously operated by 2 workers, will be put into place. In this case, the footprint of the assemblage will be 9 meters squared and 8 meters high. Further budgetary restrictions will be translated into opting for semi-automatic systems instead of automatic ones. The characteristics of the recovery system are going to be determined in conjunction with the features of the blasting installation, and will be subject to customization also based on the space limitations and the budgetary restrictions. Let's see how the integrated system works. Basically, the abrasive material flows through the blasting installations as previously chosen and gets used within the surface treatment process. The used steel grit is collected from the hall with a bobcat and from the block section with several vacuum cleaners. They are afterwards transferred to the transportation system, which is placed in the floor. From there, the material is processed and cleaned and redirected into the silo for further use. In case there are budgetary restrictions, the transportation system will be eliminated from the scheme and replaced with a pit, and the number of vacuum cleaners will be reduced. This will have a direct impact on the time needed for organizing the entire recovery process. What else can be customized? Based on the chosen blasting solution, if one decides to opt for the ideal situation, which, in our case, includes 8 automatic blasting machines that are individually operated, the recovery system connected to it will get an adapted shorter version of the elevator. On the contrary, if one will opt for the solution which includes 4 blasting installations, each simultaneously operated by 2 people, the recovery system will be designed with a higher elevator. The cleaner's capacity will also be customized based on the capacity of the abrasive silo and the number of blasting installations. The transportation system is also personalized based on the hall's dimensions. If you want to find out more, follow me on iqindustrial.ro. See you there!